Greetings, listeners and viewers. Your host for the night, Zach, here, introducing you to The Call of Cthulhu podcast by Twisted Gears Studios. Thank you for your understanding during that small break as rent went up here in town. It was a very fun time. You may actually start seeing me and Janessa popping back into the chats again since we were both involved. For our usual reminders, we are episodes every other Tuesday, premiering on YouTube at 6 p.m. with live community chat before going up on all of our audio services just 1 hour later. If you are interested in supporting the show, please visit our Ko-fi page, where each coffee you donate is a luck point to the PC luck pool. If you are able to donate enough luck to the entire table each month, we'll add a penalty die to the keeper for him to mess with our players. So there's also that. But for now...
Last but left our investigators, the mound of meat moves to mercilessly mutilate the malevolent minions and Marion. She is momentarily motivated to meet the mound as the mayhem manipulates her morose mates as Regal mutates into a minion most mysterious and moves to maybe make the matter more menacing or merciful.
Just so that I can ask, are we going to top off luck again?
No. We're in the middle of an encounter? We haven't topped off luck.
We usually top off at the beginning of every episode.
We will top off luck.
I didn't need to save it.
I'm not sure about doing it every time because it means like...
No. You do. I vote no.
Oh, let's put it to a vote.
You know what my vote's going to be? My vote is 499.
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. People did pay to make sure you all
That's
have
fair.
a measure of luck.
Fine. That's fair.
Okay, so here's how I'm going to do it, though. Okay, just so it's fair. What is your luck at, Agatha?
54.
Your luck is at 54, so you get 21 luck. That's minus 21. I believe everyone else is... No, we're not. Amos, what's your luck at?
69.
So you give yourself 6 luck. Althea and Marion, though, you both are still at 75. So what I'm going to do is... when it comes to a die roll, you're going to roll one time if it comes up in this game, or if it doesn't, for the cost of 25 luck for each of them, so minus 50 more luck. You can choose a die roll. I cannot add a penalty die to.
Oh!
But that knocks off another 50. And the whole reason I'm doing this
pretty good
is because people are paying money and supporting us.
Thank you,
and
people.
this is one of the benefits, and I thought that might be a cool... But it's only a die roll that you're making. You can't give it away to somebody else.
just to add a little bit of clarity, because there's so much time between when we record and stuff like that, these benefits that we put in place are great, but you're not going to... It takes so long, you almost are... It's so hard and rare to see the benefits of what we've been offering in return for your donations and all that good stuff, so this is like... there's just so much of it there.
It's crunch time. We need it.
Well,
we appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
And it may become very important. Because there may be something that's going to happen where I'm like...
So correct me if I'm wrong.
Are we recording?
If we start the session with 75 luck, you get one of those.
Or at least it was this session. We'll see. Maybe
That's kind of cool.
Maybe it's a different reward every session.
That's a really good idea.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Okay, so now to get back to it. Hello there. Should I keep doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gone this far.
Yeah, that's true. It's worked so far. Okay.
It's so far.
You're so tactful.
I'm an asshole.
As we get back to our intrepid investigators, Marion is under the effects of the meat and is heading toward the meat wad. Althea has spoken in what can only be assumed is using the voice of the King in Yellow, maybe? Or some other figure that is breaking through her mind pan? Because the veil between where you begin and end is being disrupted by this presence that's in your mind. So you have pretty much ordered Regal to do
To
something.
get on with it.
To get on with it. In which case, it, through the cracking of bones, has gotten larger and larger till it has become a weird winged reptilian vulture type of creature that is quite big, and has taken to the air and seems to be flying toward Marion to save her from the meat, supposedly. Agatha is down in the trenches, shooting at the meat, trying to slow it down, which she has done, at least momentarily. And Amos is stood just a bit in shock, staring at Regal, the Raven.
What a badass.
What is now some kind of creature that he recognized from the summoning in the library that Marion had tried to attempt by reading making copies of Aloysius's sketchbook. Okay.
I might like him even more now.
That's where we're going to start, and we are going to go in proper order. Moving forward for this. There it is. In which case, now just to bring some organization to this chaos, we do have to start with Marion. Marion is the fastest. Okay? Marion.
She's faster than a Bayaki?
We'll find out. Oh, he's checking.
That's a fair question.
I love the, he's checking.
Now,
you're like sitting there probably like, I might not die.
Yay!
To be clear to the audience, yes. To be clear to the audience, my version of a buy key may be slightly different than what's in the core rulebook, but they are in the core rulebook. But it is slower than Marion. We're going by dex, and Marion's dex is 80. The buy key is slower than Marion.
Damn.
I mean, it is a semi-feathered reptile trying to fly.
So Marion,
So is a Quetzalcoatlus.
What?
they're super quick.
Okay.
They're super
They're
quick.
not.
They're super quick.
I actually have no idea.
I'm just assuming.
Somewhere there's a paleontologist who knows. Anyways.
So, anybody paleontologist out there, let us know.
Yeah.
But we move on to Marion, who you walk up to the meat.
I have to go that way.
Yeah. No, you walk right up to the meat, and you put your hand out, because it's not that far away from you. You put your hand out, and you sort of just touch the meat. And it's like a half-torn torso with intestines hanging out, is the part you're touching, with intestines hanging out, and there seems to be some fingers by themselves stuck to what appears to be like maybe some organ meat that are just wriggling as you reach forward and touch it. At which point I will call for a will. I know I use willpower a lot, but the power roll. But I will call at this moment for a willpower roll. For sure.
It would be Mary who tries to make friends with something like this. I'm going to go right away. And this one you're not allowed to use it, baby.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, he was thinking about it.
I was just looking at
Everyone at the same time, ready and go.
List. I was just looking at the list. No, just
sorry. Rude.
That's right. Hashtag Team Marion. Yes. No, it's a perfect. Yes, I was about to do it.
Don't fail.
I was about to do it.
I did not fail. Oh, good. 33 out of 65.
So, as you reach forward and touch it, and the smell, it just smells intoxicating, but that smell gets overlaid. Because what was going to happen is you were going to walk into the meat.
Oh.
Like push your way.
Little meat flap door was going to open.
Just wriggling between the pieces and go inside the meat.
So just dead.
But you met...
meat suffocation.
Maybe something worse. But just as you're doing that, remember I was saying you were getting a headache from that crack you had in the skull? It's just like you start getting this headache, and it's weird. You hear the sound of... Sorry, you smell. You smell almost like this carbon smell. You can't really quite place it, but you just get this weird headache and this smell of like carbon. Like
scorch?
Yeah, you get that type of smell, and you sort of shake your head. All that does, though, is it stops you from going into meat right now, becoming one with the meat. You're still not yourself, but some part of you manages to stop yourself from moving inside.
Kind of the only thing in my mind right now is that carbon smell?
Yeah, you're more focused on this carbon smell, like the scorched smell, and that stops you from entering in. After that, then we go to the Baiki, which is at a dexterity of 70.
What the fuck?
Is 5 higher than Althea. Right? You have a 65 dexterity.
I do.
So.
Holy fuck.
I just have to double check something because somebody's going to have to roll.
If something bad happens right now, I'm saying this directly to the audience. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I feel like Regal was gonna do a thing anyway.
Don't be sorry. This is awesome.
I almost stopped this from happening.
Yes.
So what happens is, as it flies forward, okay, and it flies right at the meat, right at Marion, and it sort of hovers back, flaps its wings, and comes down with its talons and tries to grab Marion. Okay? But something is going to happen first, which is now Althea sees what it is. This creature flying out of nowhere. And Agatha sees what it is.
Oh, okay.
So I am going to call... I'm also going to put Skeet into the initiative order as well after this. He seemed to... It hasn't came up, but it was only been around, really. It's only been,
Sanity checks?
Sanity checks for seeing a Baiki.
20 out of 59.
I was going to say, I can't tell what that face means. You're making a face and it means something.
30 out of 58.
So
You've seen shit.
So Agatha's passed the sanity check, and Althea, you both lose 1 sanity. Okay.
Going mad is just inevitable.
I mean,
you've all had a couple of moments in
Matter Hatter.
That's how many I've lost.
Correct. Okay. That's what I have on my list as well.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but everyone's had their mental issues. Your mental issue is that itchiness of your eye, that obsession with your rifle. And, of course, Althea played it really well because basically her horror mental break is manifesting as the veil thinning between who she is and what this other power is. Right? As I'm going to have one of you roll the Baiki check. Okay, so what we're looking for is a 55%. That is the chance. Now, because you're sort of frozen in place, you're not going to try to dodge this at all. It is a 55% chance for the Baiki to grab Marion.
You doing it?
And we...
Still regal.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see what it is first.
76.
Oh, no.
76. What were you going to ask? Because I think we had the same thought.
21.
If you want to burn 21 luck from the pool, it'll cause a check. This is what
From the pool?
Yeah.
Not from yourself. From
Yes!
the overall pool.
Yes, I would like to.
It's not your role.
It's not going to be available all the time for that regard. But people have paid. This is a fountain of luck we have. And it's going... And it's made the game different. Because that should have been a fail without that pool that people have put in.
Yep.
Whether people liked it or not.
Half of us would already be dead by this point without this.
He might have flapped her into the meat without that pool of luck.
So you are grabbed on the shoulders. Gingerly, though, you see these long talons, and it's weird the way they're hooked, but it gingerly grabs you. Anyone else who's looking can realize with the size, if it wanted to hurt Marion, it probably could have just ripped her in two. But what it does is it starts flying up away from the meat, and Marion is sort of just held on the shoulders, going up in the air with the body.
To the temple, chap! We'll meet you there!
Do I notice at all
Yeah.
that this is happening?
I'm actually going to say, as it digs in, I'm going to roll, because even though it's gingerly doing it, it may dig in and do a bit of damage.
Yep.
I'll just have you roll a luck roll. Roll me a luck roll. Just straight up luck roll.
14 out of 75.
Yeah, so it doesn't actually pierce the skin. It could have did up to a D3 damage. I was going to do as it dug in. But as it grabs you and flies up with you, I will allow you, with a bonus die, to roll another power check. To break free of whatever the intoxicating meat has done to you.
Jesus.
9. Just looking at
Just
that.
9?
9.
9%?
9%.
Yeah, so...
Out of 65. Well, it was an extreme because it's a 65.
Yeah,
extreme
so
would be
you
13.
manage to snap out of whatever the thing is in your mind. Yeah. And as you still have that smell of carbon and this coppery taste in your mouth. It just feels a bit off-putting.
Yeah,
and you manage...
And I'm flying.
Go, my boy! Take her to the temple!
And you, realizing as you look up and see this creature, sanity check.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Fuck.
Mental break midair. Ooh. 81 out of 51.
81 out of 51. I need you to roll me a D6.
Gonna have a freak out.
I mean,
Yeah, that's fair.
2.
You lose 2 more sanity?
You're
Well, Marion has already had a mental break.
I have.
Oh,
Now I'm
that's
going for the title of a permanent
proper break.
mental
Permanent break.
health issue to do with the mythos. Yeah.
Does anyone want to know what that willpower roll would have been with a bonus die?
Oh, 99.
there's a 99 or a 9?
Yep.
Boy!
Yep.
Then,
Oh my god.
And I rolled dice from 3 different sets, so we'll never know which one was the bonus die and which one was which one would have been not. So
I think you just broke Zach.
then we move on
What the fuck?
to Althea.
yes.
Well, I don't need to catch Marion anymore.
Yep.
All right.
Whatever you said, it worked.
What do you mean? Whatever Okay. I was heading towards Marion. Now I don't have to head that way, so I'm going to spin around. Is Skeet still near me?
You started moving, Skeet didn't.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to have Skeet go at the end of the round, but he seems to be just up sort of where you were before, looking a bit confused, which is his regular face.
He's right beside me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it's right. Yeah,
All right.
he would be a lot closer.
I'm
to
gonna
you.
start booking it back that way to go towards the temple, and on my way, I want to. I don't necessarily like grab him, pull him with me, but more than take Skeet, shove him forward, and let's
Okay.
go. Let's
get to that point first.
Okay.
As you are,
Aren't we further behind you? You ran ahead.
Yeah, I'm.
Althea is closer to the meat than anybody.
So I went to chase after Mary.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So because the meat goes the same time as you,
Oh.
as you turn to run back, this string of intestine swings out from the meat and tries to grab you.
Dodge.
It would be a dodge.
Oh my god.
Now, did you want
No.
to make it so I can't
No,
alter this roll?
penalty die because no.
Well, that's been used up. There you go. That was short lived.
quick. That was quick.
That was short fucking lived.
Roll but useful.
Burn luck.
I have a regular success. You are dodging.
I also have a regular success. 31 out of 40.
You
Those are pretty
win
nice.
draws.
Thank God.
But as well, what happens is it swings that out at you, and then very quickly, even though Agatha has shot it and it's stopped it moving at that point, if that hadn't happened, Marion probably would have just walked. You know what I mean? It would have been closer. But it very quickly shoots forward. It is on your tail. Quickly. As this weird, loud, keening noise. As it envelops like 3 cultists. Just...
Well, now it's not frozen anymore.
Yeah. Basically, that had stopped Marion from going into the meat sooner. Like, it would have been...
Gone right away.
Yeah.
I'm running.
You're running, and you were going to be pushing Skeet, I believe you said?
Well, it's kind of like, coming forward, like, go, like, get him to start moving in that direction.
Just keep going. Just run past. Just go.
Just go. Go.
As next, we go to Agatha, who meets around 10 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
Because it had moved up, and now it's your go. You have the rifle trained again.
Yes.
Did you want to turn and run?
Does she ever want to turn and run?
To shoot it again.
Yes!
Just once, be unpredictable.
Swing away!
I am going to shoot it.
Actually, I'm okay with you shooting it right now.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
52 out of 73.
Woo,
So it's 2d6 plus 4 damage.
Yeah. Okay, be good to me. 6 and 4, that's 10, so 14.
So 14.
Nice.
You shoot into the mound of meat. Again. It doesn't stop it. Like, you shoot through and you clearly hit something in there, but you realize, also, can you roll me...
Mythos?
Yeah, roll me a mythos check, being this close to shooting into it.
Where's my...
It should be fairly low.
First row.
column.
It should be alphabetical.
Oh, Cthulhu. 60 out of 14.
Okay. As you shoot into it, it doesn't make it stall like the first shot did, but you did shoot in, and it seemed like there's this pus and stuff that shoots out, and this rotten meat smell that comes out of it.
Now I'm gonna run.
Yeah, you shot.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Amos.
Full round action. So to my understanding, it's me and Ski are the closest to it, and then it's
Agatha's the closest because it moved up.
okay. Because I thought she ran ahead and then down.
No, she ran down and she was parallel to you. So it started moving up your way. So technically, it's around 10 feet away from you as well. It should be around the same distance because around its size.
But she just started moving away. So she's.
She shot.
I shot, I didn't run.
Hi, buddy. Like I said, at least once be unpredictable.
Hi, Fred.
I keep thinking that you could do a rolled action, non-rolled action. It's just me making mistakes. The
So you're going to be every man for himself at this rate.
there is nothing that I can do to help.
It's fine.
I'm gonna be like, Skeet, grab her, and I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? Stand there and be like, cool, get both of us at the same time. Because I saw the shot go off. It did nothing.
Well, it looked like it hit the mound. But I mean, it doesn't. The first shot seemed to do something, right? Like it hit something vital. The second shot went into the because it's not like it's one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you kill that which has no life?
Doesn't have no life? How do you know?
I assumed it had to be dead for it to be undead now.
What the fuck?
Just saying. I made my decision.
What's the difference between undead and life?
On life? Maybe it's on life.
Yeah, there's no movement and then action, right? It's just you do a thing.
Resolve in Dex order. Initiate attack, flee, or maneuver. Agatha initiated an attack.
I made my decision.
Sometimes in the game I have done it where you can move and attack because also I have been
narratively
doing things, but this makes sense to me as Agatha's holding her ground.
Yeah, there's not even if I were to do what could I do? You son of a bitch.
You are relieved of any guilt.
Son of a bitch.
Just do it.
Not 8-ball!
Son of a bitch. God damn it.
I made a decision. What Agatha would have done.
How much movement can you do so this is just technical questions. So how much movement can you do in a turn? I'm asking that how much movement have we been seeing the monster do?
It can move as fast or faster than you. You're not entirely sure. If you move down to Agatha and try to drag her away, it'll be on you.
Oh yeah, no, that's not what I'm thinking. I'm just trying to say how much can I even gain ground at this point?
Yeah, because I'm not sure how much faster of you it is, and you trying to get to that end, to the Petra-like temple-like
Yeah.
building.
But there's other obstructions up ahead that I could go behind and take shots from.
Yeah, because there's a pile of those mine trolleys and the track and stuff like that.
Are they also full of meat?
Some of them are full of meat, yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, some of them are actually tipped over because the meat was moving and the meat was then crawling along the ground. So there's still like pieces of the meat. I love that I've referred to this monster as the meat. And I've said the meat a lot.
What is it with you and meat?
This is just for me.
It's good. It's
Gross.
yeah.
Okay.
It's unsettling.
He's not going to really notice
This meat specifically.
that you're
is not
that
settling.
close.
That's fine.
And I'm going to think that you're also going to run. I'm going to aim for the nearest place that I can go, and then shoot from.
Okay, as you start moving away, I mean, because it's really close, you as you're moving away, you do realize, of course, that Agatha is still
but
there.
that'll be after I made the decision
and that's
to
fine.
step forward.
As you flee. Skeet also does the mental arithmetic, albeit a little bit slower than you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Looking over, and Skeet runs toward Agatha. Skeet would. I'm not saying you're a bad person for not doing it, because
He's just saying.
I told him to do
Skeet
it.
is better than you.
but it's the point of you, Amos, realizing that you're not going to help that situation. If anything, two of you. It is a triage situation call.
Yeah.
Of moving back and then realizing, oh Christ, but not running away, turning around and trying to slow it down the same way.
Yes.
Skeet doesn't do that same mental process. You're not sure what his mental process is, but even though it would kill him, he runs
Assuming it would.
toward Agatha. Right?
He had the macrame gun. And
Yes.
What was it on his other side? He had something on his
Orange
other side,
juice.
didn't he? The orange juice?
He had a water skin.
A water skin.
But we're assuming
We
it's
assuming
got
was orange.
juice.
Yeah, which is how he has his orange juice. You know damn well
Yeah,
it's the
she
orange
got a
juice.
turn out of it. So
But that
you might
makes a fair point.
make it.
As Skeet runs toward Agatha, pulls out Skeet's handgun.
Oh God.
Now, but he moved. He doesn't get to. He's not going to shoot right now. But because of the distance and how long it takes. So you see Agatha and Skeet, and Agatha, as you look up, you can see Skeet,
Yeah.
and he's got his arm on your shoulder
Yeah.
as he's pointing the gun in the same direction at the wall of meat. At this point, I'm going to go through something else as Marion and the buy key goes at the same time. And what happens is, and I'm going to...
By design or by actual technical sheet?
But she can't move. She's clawed.
That's what I mean. They go at the same time because they're technically one thing right now.
I'm actually going to have you roll a dodge roll, because what happens is, as it gets toward Petra, the temple area, as it gets toward that, you're around 6 to 8 feet off the ground, it drops you.
Okay.
So that's the dodge roll, sort of your acrobatics roll to try to roll with it and not hurt yourself. And then it sort of crumples in, the buy key immediately crumples in onto itself till it's just a raven with a little crown on its head.
I love it so much.
As it flaps down and lands on Amos'
Oh, it's a Digimon. All right.
Cool.
Sorry.
It's still got blood all over its tail. It's dried blood and on its beak from what it did to Thug number 2, Joe.
That is a 62 out of 64.
Yep.
Oh, thank God.
So you manage to roll. roll with it. So
Do I get a tick and dodge?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say that's why my dodge is higher, because I've had. It's like a skill you can up it.
Yeah, it can go higher. As you sort of roll, but that's going to be your turn, being saved like that.
What?
Yeah, and you just got this headache. And it's just, this headache is just throbbing. As if you sort of forced yourself to break free of it. You're not sure how, but you did. As we move on to Althea, who has also fled, correct?
Well, I was running in that direction.
You were, because the intestines came out after
Yes.
you. So I'm assuming now that you're back by, let's say within 15 feet of this entrance. Okay? I'm just going to say you all book it. I know I said before it's a fair distance, but I'm always assuming that each time you were moving back a little, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Stepping back the amount that you can.
Whatever gets us away from the wall of meat is usually a safe bet.
Okay.
As you get back, and at this point, as you look over, as you turn around now, and you can see this mountain of flesh, of meat, and there seems to be all the bodily fluids leaking over the sides, and there's blood, and there's serum, and there's bone marrow, and spit, and saliva, and everything hanging down over it. And just in front of it is Agatha and Skeet. And you feel
Pissed.
something taking over. You feel this call coming out from you.
He said the name of the show.
This I did though.
Fucking
Hello there.
God.
You feel this call, but you don't say it out loud. But you can just feel something emanating from you, something calling something from you. This energy, and then you feel something being torn away from you. You feel as a piece of yourself is lost forever. I'm not saying your arm falls off. I just mean like you feel as if
Your soul, piece of your soul,
a piece of who you are
your identity.
gets taken away. You're not sure how big of a piece, but it hurts. It hurts like your first heartbreak.
It's not my credit rating, is it?
No, your credit rating's fine. If anything, the more heartless you are, the better your credit rating.
Man's got a point.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. That's just how I think. In general.
Okay.
And it hurts. And you can feel this pain, this loss. And then you all see it. Out of all those holes in the buildings along the side that seem to be too many holes, very quickly you see eyes appearing at the holes. Multiple upon multiple upon multiple sets of eyes. As you see a multitude of rats start pouring out of the eyes toward the meat, as thousands upon thousands of rats pour out and start crawling all over the meat till you can't even see the meat anymore. You just see a mountain of rats gnawing and biting through it all. And then you all see something else. Every one of you sees this, except Marion. You don't. But Althea, Agatha, and Amos, you see in one of the holes, there's one rat left. A physical manifestation of a rat. No longer tied, no longer part of Althea. Separated forever. You see a little rat. Well, decent-sized rat. You see a decent-sized rat. And most of the times when I describe Montgomery, He's a rat. We've made jokes, and
He's wearing a little vest.
that he's got a vest. So that's no longer a joke, because you see with this little red vest and a monocle, this almost human, this personification of Montgomery. And at this point, Althea, you notice that vest looks familiar. You recall your father wearing that vest. You recall that some part of Gordon was Montgomery. Some part. Not all of it. Not all of it. But some piece of Gordon helped hold that together to protect you, to save you. And it's gone. As Montgomery's sitting there. And then you recall being at the docks as he apologized. Almost as if it knew that this was going to happen. That in order to save, it would have to do this. As it turns and walks back into the hole.
So,
Is everyone like that? Is that...
strange coincidence? Is that right? When you were saying, oh, you're looking over and this meat is like hovering over, coming up or whatever. And I was thinking that I was going to just be looking at this going and just say it loud to myself. You know, once upon a time I would have just said, what was it?
Sankara?
That's exactly what I was thinking about saying.
Yeah.
And before he started describing it.
Yeah. I'm not saying that Montgomery was Gordon, because clearly it wasn't. Clearly it wasn't. But some part of it was.
Montgomery is a manifestation of some multiple things.
Yes. All you can feel is loss. As Agatha and Skeet, who are up in front, all of a sudden all these rats pool on over.
Yeah.
And Skeet and Agatha, I'm assuming you both turn and start heading back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're running.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Okay.
As you get back to the front of the temple, and it looks like the meat isn't moving forward. It looks like the rats and the meat are fighting to a standstill.
I have a question.
Sure.
I'm going to keep just because it was mentioned. Do the rats have an aura that I can see?
That you can see.
Yes.
How much sanity have you lost here?
And my next question.
Sanity have
And my
you
next
lost?
question is from her. Do I see an aura?
The rats don't
Rats don't
have an aura.
Okay.
Really. They don't.
Okay.
Althea does. And it's almost this golden yellow
Yeah.
that seems to be emanating.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
once the rats started showing up, that's when it's flared. Almost as if Montgomery was slowing it down.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone's silent. I think it was cool.
Cool.
I said there'd be
I think
answers.
somebody died, but I don't think it's the one that was in front of the mound of meat.
No.
I said it'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you are now in front of the temple,
Marion is as soon as the rats started coming in, like she's very shaken up. She was just flying, and what the heck? And was that Regal? And what is even happening right now? She slowly backs up into the entrance of the tunnel or of the temple,
yep.
and just like really shaking, pulls out her flashlight and just turns away and starts looking into the temple with the flashlight out.
Okay. So I'm assuming at this point, is there anything that anyone wants to role play or say? Or
Short of anybody stopping us, it's just
into
with you two and getting you two to meet up and us head into the temple.
Yeah.
All the...
yes. Now you are still technically you.
Yeah. Yes.
But you can play it however you want.
Althea is... Because the immediate imminent danger is gone. Well, sort of.
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of. And the whole thing with the vest and the whole thing of like having like half my heart ripped out or whatever and all that. Honestly, she's just gonna slump to the ground and start sobbing.
That's fair. As you all start to prepare yourselves to move inside, you all turn and you see Althea slump down, crying into her hands.
I'll be like,
As the aura fades away.
Because wait, I'm gonna run over to her and help her up and kind of coax her, because I'm going to assume what it is just, I don't know what it is specifically. I just assume that it's monster rats, overwhelming. You've just seen a bunch of crazy shit going on, right? So I'm just gonna pick you up and I'm just going to basically say, we gotta get inside, hon. We have to go inside. Come on, I'm gonna help you up the stairs. Stay with me, we gotta go inside. And then just kind of drag you, not like drag you, like, but, you know, help you up the stairs towards the entrance of the temple.
As I'm going to say, Marion turns around with the flashlight. Marion was the only one who did not see Montgomery. Althea is the only one who saw the significance of Montgomery. Agatha and Amos saw Montgomery because they have seen Montgomery.
Right.
right. Oh, that kind of worked. That's
Oh,
interesting how
yeah,
that
so I
works
guess
out,
that would
eh?
be part of my...
Intriguing.
Marion turns around with the flashlight to start looking inside. I'm going to say Skeet is like, like he's out of breath. Like he's like, and you see him take out his water skin and you can see orange juice come down. He's like, oh, fuck.
I agree with you there.
And he takes a sip of orange juice and he hands it to you, Marion.
Thank you.
Yeah. As Amos and Agatha
Most
help
wholesome share of a drink.
both
ever.
of you, the friends, help Althea to her feet as you start walking into
Demoted.
the temple, if you will. As Marion, you take a swig of the orange juice, and then you hand it back.
Hand it back. I'm going to look at Skeets first and kind of like nod my head towards Althea. Like gesture with the water skin as if I'm going to hand it to her, but I look at Skeets to like sort of get.
He's just like, well, whatever.
Okay, pass it to Althea.
Does anyone else want to have orange juice from Skeet?
Absolutely.
So you all...
You are going to get it first. You need a little bit of sugar. You need a little bit of it. Let's see there.
So
Do I have a flask in my forensics bag? My doctor's bag.
yeah, because you did take that with you.
You have alcohol for Molotov cocktail. Oh,
I have a
that
whole
alcohol.
lot of
Yeah.
things
So
in that bag.
are you not having the orange juice? That's my question. Are you going to drink from a flask? Which is fine.
Yes.
Yeah. So you bypass the orange juice, and Skeet's just like, Agatha, and we'll get back to what. Yeah.
I'm definitely taking a swig of
You
orange
take a
juice.
swig of the orange juice, and Amos.
I'll take it as if I'm like between, Agatha and Skeet, grab it.
Tastes like orange juice, and he's just like,
Thank you.
puts the stopper in because it's like water skin, and he puts it down to his waist. Althea is the only one who didn't have any. It's not that it really matters, but you drink alcohol, trying to settle your nerves a little bit.
I pull out a handkerchief and I kind of, as you guys are still kind of supporting Althea, I hand her a handkerchief and go, is there anything we can do?
No. They all leave me, Marion. They always leave me. And I'll just like start walking. Is there any light in here?
Marion's flashlight. You're gonna make me tear up now. Come on.
Oh my god.
That's right. Let's make the keeper cry.
To go back to Marion for a second. As you do that, and then it's like around a minute or so since you've had the orange juice, you start feeling energy. You start feeling, drinking that orange juice
Wait.
you feel a bit more amped up than normal. And
What?
And the headache sort of fades away a bit. And you just feel a bit more Marion. You just feel a bit more yourself. More than you felt that way in a long time since with everything that's happened.
It's been a lot. It's been
Two
a
of
lot.
you have had the orange juice. Yeah, it tastes like, orange juice.
Oh, okay.
No, but just for Marion. Hashtag Team Marion.
Sweet word.
Sweet.
Keeper's favorite is?
Sweet word.
I don't have favorites. I can't make it work.
I have to do this.
Right there. Right there.
A lot of effort to not have a favorite.
I'm picking your nose.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Find anything?
Treasure.
Orange juice.
Treasure. Yeah. As you're just about to start heading into the temple proper, if you will, and another tremor happens as the ground starts shaking. And at this moment, it shakes a bit harder than normal. I'm not going to call for dexterity checks at this moment, because even if you fall down, you're just going to stand up again. Yeah. It's not, at this point, it's not going to make much of a difference. Except you hear a cracking noise as on the floor behind you for the whole length, with the meat and the rats being covered, which is a very disgusting sound coming from it. You can see a crack form in the floor, just all the way back through. And then it goes as it cracks across, and then one half of it just shunts down maybe a foot.
Oh!
And then dust shoots up, and rock dust and everything shoots up.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask, because we're like just inside the doorway.
Just inside the temple entrance. And there's no doors, it's just openings.
It's just an opening.
Yeah.
I just had a thought. Since the rats are busy with the meat,
Jesus.
Yes.
are there any cultist bodies that are just outside the entrance to the temple?
Yes. You see 2 cultist bodies. Just bodies. Seems to be splayed out.
They have the robes and their masks on?
They have the robes. They have the robes and the masks on. But what you do notice is you're not sure what killed them. You do notice there's blood. So they're face down on the ground, and it looks like something stabbed them in the back. And there's blood pooling around from the wound in the back. So what I'm saying is their throats aren't slit. Right? Like, it just seems like something stabbed them in the back.
Okay.
Something a bit bigger than a knife.
Okay.
But smaller than a knife.
The reason I ask is now we're especially where the ground has split or whatever out there. Is there any danger to me walking out to the one that's closest to us?
It's right next to you. They're right up, sort of like, you notice that where you are at the front of the temple, that one is on one end of the temple and one was on the other end of the temple.
The guards.
Almost like they were guards.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to go to the one that's like
It's
closest.
within 10 feet of you.
I'm going to confidently walk over.
Yeah.
Because I'm a sobbing mess, but I'm still confident.
Yes.
I'm going to go over. I'm going to kneel down. You said they were like splayed out on their stomachs.
Yeah, they're just like...
I'm going to roll the body over, and I'm going to take the mask off if I can.
Okay, so what happens is, as you grab the mask, it's almost like it's adhered to the face.
Yeah.
So it doesn't come off easy. I am going to have... How bad do you want to rip this mask off?
Pretty badly, because I have an idea in my head, and it's...
Roll a strength check with a bonus die.
Oh my god.
As you feel this energy surging through you, and then you grab it by the back of the head and the mask.
Oh! I got a 2%!
Nice.
So it's extreme success, I would say, because my strength is 50.
As you reach down, the rest of you sees this. Althea reach down, turn the body over, reach to the mask, pull on it, and it seems to be adhered. Grab it by the back of the hair hanging down, just grab it with a handful of hair, and almost digging into the back of the head, grabs the mask, and just rips it, skin and all.
Oh, God damn it!
I knew that was going to happen.
Just rips it, not fully skinned inside, but there is a layer of flesh that seems to be attached to it. And then you can take it, and if you just want to take a second, you can just rip that out as well.
But
Althea, what are you doing?
I wanted to see who was under it.
Oh, that's very easy because not all the flesh comes off of it. Like I said, it doesn't rip all the flesh off. So it does look like skeet.
Yeah.
You can tell by part of the flesh, part of the face, it does look like skeet.
All right.
And Skeet's just like standing there with Marion, and he's just like looking over with this look on his face because he doesn't see what you see. He's just sort of looking at what you've done.
Okay. Then I'm going to stand up. I'm going to toss that mask aside, and I'm going to go to the other one, and I'm going to do the same thing. I want the mask off. I want to see who's under it. They're both nearby.
Fair enough. It's going to take a couple of seconds, like I said. It seems like Althea goes and does that. The rest of you also notice, as you look down at the body now, that it does resemble Skeet. So you understand what Althea is doing as she goes over. I'm not going to call for a check this time. You just rip it off. And once again, even though there's different pieces of flesh off, it also looks like Skeet.
Telling you, it's Carl Sanford. Telling you. Let's go downstairs and see big old Carl Sanford.
We need to go. We need to hurry. Okay.
Let's go downstairs.
More signs of everything wrong that's happening here.
On this temple, are there symbols that I recognize through my eye?
Yes. As you're looking now just around the front of the temple, you do notice that there are some symbols that are carved in there. Ancient symbols. They look familiar to them. Remember I said it described it almost like math symbols of like a formula? Right? But it does seem to be that style.
Okay, so nothing to do with the book that I brought with me.
No. It doesn't. Well, like I said, the language in the book is similar, if not the same.
I'm going to pull out the book.
Yes.
I take a step away.
And
I'm going to grab her arm and just go, we don't have time.
While she's still grabbing on me, I'm still going to look at the book. I'm going to flip it to a page. Can I discern anything now that I can see something
So
different?
as Marion does grab you by the shoulder,
Yeah.
you do manage to still flip open the book.
I'm not very strong.
And as you're looking now at the book
Yeah.
with the eye hole,
Yeah.
you see a lot of overlapping,
Yeah.
similar to what you saw on the top of the tower.
Okay.
And you seem like you can't really decipher. With time, you could decipher it, but you can't really decipher it. Although, to you, because your character is religious.
Yes.
Father Farwell.
Yeah.
So I know it hasn't really came up in the game, but you have a background based in. Actually, most of you would from this time period.
Yep.
But you have a background based in, like Father Farwell and stuff like that, and people you were close to. You're quite familiar with the Bible.
Yeah.
It seems like a version of the Bible.
Okay.
Is what it seems. It seems to be sort of laid out the same way, just ancient. I'm not saying it is the Bible.
No.
It is not the.
It's laid out like a Bible.
It's laid out like a Bible with the verses, with the.
Right, chapters. Verses.
Yeah. It is laid out by that, but it is laid out in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, if it's not going to do anything for me, then I'm just going to put it away and then continue on with my
Day.
Yeah, my day. So, yeah. I just wanted to check because I know I'm seeing different things now.
Yeah, no, and it is telling. It seems like some kind of. Like about
Lied.
it's like about like the pages you're opening up to in Bible. I mean, it seems you can't really quite decipher it, but it seems to about the creation of mankind, of humankind.
Okay.
Never mind. I was gonna.
It's sort of what the gist, but you can't really pick it apart.
Right.
But it's you know what I mean, the beginnings of Genesis. Except it's a different Genesis.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Then I will put the book away and then just get Kathleen and Catherine ready.
Yeah, so you got the rifle and you got the murder knife ready to go. As I'm assuming at this point, Marion leading the way with the light.
Yep.
All start moving in.
Yep.
And as you all start moving in, you all sort of take a second and, you know what I mean, you're looking back and you just see Skeet and he looks really confused and he seems to be looking back and forth to the two bodies.
Yeah.
And he just seems really confused.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I'll go up to him, kind of put my arm around his shoulder and be like, odd day, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, boy. This is just fucking weird shit.
It really is.
I don't know what the fucking tell you. I don't know. The accent's different every time. Lord Thunder and Jesus, boy. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this stuff here now.
So,
They looks like me and my cousin.
yeah.
Like,
Do we want to find out why?
he sort of shudders a little bit. Like he just shakes a little bit. And then, remember when you were down in the labour and he was sitting, he was standing up straight?
Yeah.
And then when you turned, he sort of slunched down. As you say that, he stops slunching and he stands up and he looks at you with a look you haven't seen Skeet have, and it looks like a look of determination. You see, like he always had this semi-confused look. He always had this look of country bumpkin type of look. But he just looks at you and you can see the darkness of his eyes and the seriousness of his expression. And he's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go fucking figure this out. And he just starts walking into the temple.
I will double check to make sure my gun's in working order, and I will put my mask, I'll make sure the mask is on, and I will follow the rear behind everyone going into the temple.
Yeah.
As you all walk into the temple. Now, as you're walking in and your lights shining along, it seems to be like almost, as you walk in, almost like a cavern. Not as much of a building. It just seems like this wide open cavern. But on the floor, there's tracks.
Okay.
Right? That seems to be put in later. Tracks to bring the meat in this way. And then along the sides of the tracks in the stone, you can see some blood, sometimes a hand.
Oh, they missed a spot.
Yeah, like some pieces have...
Fallen out of the mining cart.
Yeah, some pieces have fallen out of the mining
Are
cart.
those pieces twitching?
The hand is actually twitching. As
Nope.
Can I just kick it towards the... out towards the rats?
Yeah, so as you walk by, you turn and just punt it, and
Jesus!
Yeah, out of anger, just like, fuck.
yeah. Roll me a percentage.
This will be when I get the double hundred.
If you roll a 99, it just
I'm
grabs your
going to
ankle
call
and
this a
says,
throw roll. Roll me a throw roll.
But I'm not throwing.
Yeah, you're kicking it, but I think for everyone's sake, I think everyone would love it to throw. And Amos is in the back, correct?
That's correct.
Cool.
I am in the back.
Roll me a throw roll.
It has to go past me.
And
me a
we've
throw roll.
come full circle.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Roll me that throw roll. What'd you get?
What did you get?
What'd you roll?
I rolled 47.
Out of?
Hey.
29.
47 out of 29.
Can I burn luck?
Did you want to burn luck right now to do this?
18.
What, 18? Was it? Yeah. 18?
Okay, I am going to say this now. For the next game, as we step into it, whatever luck you have right now is going to have to stay.
So if I burn 18 luck now, he doesn't get a hand in his face.
Who said it's his face?
Crotch, whatever. He doesn't get a face hugger, body hugger.
I'll actually let you burn the luck. I should top you up for the next
just
piece, but I
wanted
don't-
to kill.
Yeah. Well, because people have paid for it.
I just wanted it to be a role-playing moment.
Yeah, no, and it's cool.
Role-play moment.
It is cool.
I'm okay
I'm
with
not
getting hit in
saying-
the face with a fucking
I'm
hand.
not saying it'll hurt him.
God damn it, Althea.
I'm going to clarify something. I knew it was a role-playing moment, and I am playing it as a role-playing moment. I'm using it as a
Full circle.
laugh thing. It's not going to hit him and crawl through his flesh. It's not.
Really?
It's not a dynamite.
It's from
Listen,
Adam's family.
You'll have to forgive me
Where's
if,
that coming
if
from?
I assumed that it
Thing.
might.
It's
Because
funnier if it hits him, honestly.
It's fair.
Just let it
Let it
happen.
happen.
I'm going to
It's
save
It's not
my
going to hurt
luck.
him. I just think it's funny.
I'm going to save my
Yeah.
luck.
As Althea turns and boots this twitching
I'm
hand.
invisible by now, by the way.
Yeah.
She's wearing a mask.
Oh, you can see me.
I'm the only one who can't see you.
But she's not aiming for you,
No.
Amos. But what happens is
Jesus.
I will need 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll me a D4. Which okay.
4.
4. So what happens is that the hand gets kicked and it just hits your thigh. Just
What the fuck?
and it's like moving around. Like,
I will kick it again further back down where we came.
Yeah. As you kick it down even further. See, it was
Handy.
just a bit of fun.
A little hand.
Just a bit
Listen,
of fun.
you're going to have to forgive me. I mean, you are our keeper, so that thing very well could have tried to grab him by the throat and burrow into his chest.
Yeah, but it didn't. I just thought it would funny because it's a callback to the dynamite and the
It was funny. I like it.
and the mission.
Hell of a way to start. God damn.
So, as you continue walking through this sort of cutout, rounded sort of like tunnel, and then up ahead, there's almost like this layer of dark, and the light doesn't penetrate it.
No.
And you all sort of walk up, and you have your mag light, your small. Only Marion and Simon has one light, and you're shining it, and it's just like almost like a black fog, like a dark fog, if you will. But it's just like the light doesn't penetrate it.
I walk right up to it.
Mm-hmm.
And just comment. This is the least weird thing we've seen all day, but and I just stick my hand into it.
Yeah, and it just goes in. One thing you do notice as you put your hand in, there's no resistance. It's not like pushing through anything. It is like it's like having a dark room and putting your hand through the doorway. There is no resistance. But as you put your hand through, it feels cold.
That makes sense.
It's cold. Yeah, it just, like you can feel almost like wind. It's not so cold that you're going to turn to a block of ice, but it's cold.
Like a cold mist type.
Like
of
a cold, like a cold mist, but more like just a frigid wind. But it's not blowing super hard. It wouldn't blow you around or anything, but just a cold breeze as you put your hand through.
Can you look through it?
Look through what?
Like the wind. No, it is almost like a fog.
You can't
bit.
see the wind. You just, Marion only put her hand through, like you just see dark.
Okay.
It doesn't
alright.
dissipate this darkness.
I see.
Do you all see what I'm seeing? Just the darkness, or is it a mask thing?
Oh. Do we all see that?
Who has so you're not wearing a
I don't
mask and
have
you're not
mine
wearing a
still.
mask. So only you are wearing a mask.
I'm wearing a mask.
Yeah, and Marion.
He's wearing a wooden mask,
Yeah,
which is different.
He's wearing a wooden mask, which is slightly different.
I'll lift it and take a look. Does it change?
No, you do see something different with the mask, but it takes a second for it to happen to justify me forgetting. So Marion reaches through almost immediately, and then as you more focused on Skeet,
Yeah.
right? And
That's
then eventually you
something.
look, and even though it's dark, you can sort of, it's almost like a haze that you can see through with the wooden mask on. And ahead of you, it seems to be like it opens up into a massive room. And all you see is massive pillars all over the place. Now, I need to describe something, and the easiest way for me to describe it is, I'm not sure if everyone has seen it, but Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
the mines of Moria.
Yeah, I figured this out.
All the, and anyone who just wants to look up, if they want to Google mines of Moria, you'll get a picture. But there's these massive,
The main hall.
these massive, but almost a lot of these pillars don't look like they should stay up. Like they're not just rounded pillars all the way up. It's like at different points they come to a point, or there's a rounded semicircle and the post goes up so far, but it doesn't really attach, but it still continues up straight. And when you look at it from the side, it looks like it attaches. Almost like it's non-Euclidean. Almost like it shouldn't.
From a certain angle, it shouldn't function, but from another angle,
Yes, 100%. And you just see a massive amount of these pillars through the fog.
And
You see that.
when I lift the mask, that
Dark.
put it back on.
Yeah, you can. Oh, you can
Okay.
see now. It looks almost like you're looking through static,
Right.
but you can see through it.
To answer your question, Marion, no.
No?
Okay.
What are you seeing? I'm seeing a wall of darkness.
I'm seeing a way through with this mask.
Oh.
So why don't you put your arm on my shoulder,
Yeah?
and I'll grab her hand and put it on my shoulder. We all make a line, and it looks like I have to kind of...
Do you mind if someone goes in between us? I can't see you.
True. So I'll
Not Agatha.
I just kind of automatically move and put my hand on Skeet's shoulder because
Skeet, have it on my shoulder.
was standing next to Amos anyways.
Okay, so Skeet grabs a hold. So it's Amos, Skeet. Who's in the rear? Agatha? So Amos, Skeet, Marion, Althea, Agatha.
Yeah.
As you walk.
So Marion doesn't think to ask this, but does Agatha see anything different?
Not yet.
Not yet?
You just see the darkness. You just see the darkness.
They take the darkness.
But because, we're hitting on time now, so
Yeah.
I just want to get to a certain point.
Yeah.
As you walk through.
You can have it a little longer. It's fine.
Yeah. As you walk through all together, the breeze is blowing and it is quite cold. And Agatha, you see these pillars, and there's markings on these pillars as well.
Yeah.
But your eye, certain pillars are slightly glowing. And you realize, because this almost seems like a maze, and you realize that you can tell the path through.
Oh.
Now you do see the tracks,
Yeah.
but as you look in, it almost looks like instead of a single set of tracks, it's almost like they spray off in all directions.
Okay.
And then you realize it's more that there is a single track, but you can't follow it.
Okay.
But you can see on the pillars the correct order to go through.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Are the pillars glowing any particular,
No. It's just you can see certain runes and stuff, and it's like they match, and they sort of...
This way, that way.
You can pick out, like, the order of these things, and they're slightly glowing, but it's more like a light. That's
Okay.
but you can only see it with your
Okay.
eye hole.
So I'm gonna call out to the front, and I'll just direct to the closest glowing pillar that's by us, which I'm not sure where that would be.
Yeah, no, but it's fine. I'm not making it overly...
For the sake of time, we can just follow.
For the sake of time, you do
Yeah.
follow. And every now and then, you just see blood and stuff on the ground and stuff like that as this cold breeze seems to be blowing.
But Althea, Skeet, and I see nothing.
Oh, actually, as you walk through, you can see the pillars. It's
Oh.
almost like a veil. It's not that deep. So sorry, I should have made that more clear.
Once we're through.
Once you're through and you start following a pillar, then everyone can follow
Then
the pillar.
why don't you and I swap places? I'll take the rear, you take the front. You're guiding.
Okay. That's
Now that we can see things.
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
As you start following the pillars,
Okay.
You follow for a good, I'm just going to say 5 minutes. That's about it. And eventually it opens up. Like, it's almost like it's all pillars in front of you. And then as you move past a pillar, they all just sort of fade away.
Oh. Okay.
Because it's like a maze. It's like an illusion. It's like it's hard to
Like a
explain.
house of mirrors without the mirrors.
Yeah, it's like a house of mirrors without the
Fun
mirrors.
house, yeah.
I immediately turn around and look behind us.
And you see a ring of pillars. Because now you're in a big circular room.
Oh.
Okay. You see, and it's a big circular room. It's around, I'm going to say around 100 feet diameter.
Jeez.
So it's it's a complete circle.
Yeah.
On the pillars, there seems to be torches burning. Okay? I'm going to say there's around, let's say, 12 pillars around. Mm-hmm. And there's a torch sconce. And there's torches in it. And they seem to be burning. And they seem to be burning a slightly greenish color. Similar to what you've seen in the catacombs of the Corbett farmstead. Stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And in the center of this room, there's a large well. At least 10-foot diameter. It is a large well, rose up a bit higher. You recognize almost immediately that it is the same as the other small wells you saw, although those are just duplicates of this. This looks ancient, and it has runes etched and markings and carvings all around this large well. And then the top of, like, the you're almost like in a dome. You can see the rock walls as the torches are flickering curl up, and at the top, just above the well, there's an opening into the sky, and it looks like it's snowing, and it looks like the wind is blowing. You can hear the howling of wind across this opening, and the opening's around 80 feet high. Like, it's this massive room, okay? Mm-hmm. You can see this opening, and there seems to be wind, and like almost like a blizzard happening up above. And you see train, like those, not train tracks, but like those tracks that lead up, and you can see a couple of carts sort of off the trail, probably off from the tremors that have been happening, where this is, or you see one for sure, where this is where they were bringing the meat to the well. Okay? And then you see a figure. And it is back on to you. And it's facing the well, and it has its arms wide out like this. And it has a robe on. It does have a robe on. But the hood is back. And you see slightly reddish hair. So different than Skeet's hair. Slightly reddish hair, all matted around, like it's just reddish type hair. And you see...
Hat head.
What?
I said hat hair. Hat head.
But you see the figure with its arms out, and it seems to be speaking in the same parcel tongue type of language. And it's like, as the wind is blowing, coming down and blowing around this room. It's quite frigid, and you can see his robe slightly moving. He's around like 40, 50 feet from you, because he's right in the center of the room. And then he turns, still with his arms splayed out, and he looks at you all. I'm just going to hold this because I'm just going to finish my description, and then we're going to end the game. Okay? As he turns, and he sort of looks at you all, and it's almost with a bit of disdain. And you can see this figure, and it looks like, as you're looking at him, because it's a him, almost like worms crawling under all over his face, as if the slugs are in him and are moving around, so his face is always in flux, almost. As he turns and he has a little sly grin on his face. And at this point, Marion, you recognize Dr. Barnabas Jones.
Wait, what? Thank you for listening to The Call. Our next episode will be airing Tuesday, December 12th. Please also leave us a review in your podcast app of choice, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that like button if you're there anyway, and visit our main website for merch and Ko-fi information. As usual, we'd love to thank all of our donators over on Ko-fi, including 3 Slugs in a Trench Coat, Tyler, Quill, D-Devil1193, Alex B, Noah, Alec, Tavin, Josiah, Rosa, Lindraska, and Matt Calgill. Music and ambient tracks licensed through Triune Films and Artlist. Your players for tonight were Elizabeth Bells, Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, and Zach Barrett. Your producer was Rob Hickey, and your GM or keeper was Derek Snow. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.